This video looks at the author Adam Genwitz, the writer of A Tale Dark and Grimm, and why he chose to write the book. This is often called an author's purpose. There are usually three main reasons an author writes a book. They are to entertain, to persuade, and to inform. A Tale Dark and Grimm is a scary and bloody story about a boy and a girl named Hansel and Gretel. They both run away from their homes and encounter many life-threatening problems. Some memorable characters include a baker woman, a demon, a talking tree with a golden apple, and the dragon. I think this is entertaining because in the book it said, once upon a time, fairy tales were awesome. What author Adam Genwitz means is, in the beginning, fairy tales were great, but over time he felt fairy tales had gotten boring because they took out all the scary bloody scenes. In other words, the awesome parts. With his book, he wanted to change that and make it cool again. He wanted to get back to the Grimm fairy tales from long ago. To me, the author's purpose in A Tale Dark and Grimm is to entertain. Evidence for this can be found on page 24 through 29, when the author says, "His dad drew a sword from the place off the wall and cut off their heads. Their lifeless body dropped to the floor. Pretty insane, I know, but don't worry. The book is fantasy. Believe it or not, the characters turn out to be okay." Also, on page 111, the author writes, "A madman pulled a pure white dove from her mouth and put her in a cage, then put the girl into a boiling cauldron, but it was only a dream." I found this entertaining because I was at the edge of my seat in suspense, almost the whole book, which is a lot of fun. Adam Genwitz also wanted to teach a lesson. Evidence for this can be found in Chapter 2, Hansel and Gretel. In this chapter, the two characters are in the forest. Then they got to a house and a woman took them in and fed them a lot. Gretel was in a room trapped and Hansel was sitting in his bed. Then Hansel got stuck in an oven. He got out and the baker woman got stuck in the oven too. Then Hansel saved his sister, and the two of them safely left the baker woman's house. The lesson in this chapter is not to trust strangers. Even though this is a magical fairy tale land, this lesson is good for the real world too.